Hey cuties, it's your girl Tana Too Cute. Listen, we need to talk about this first episode of season 7, Sisters, New Beginnings, Messy Beginnings, Confused Beginnings. Look, let's talk about it.
I feel good.
Wait a minute. Who
I knew that I would know. Wow.
So first, let's get this out the way. Let's go ahead and rate the overall episode. And out of 10, I am going to give this first episode for me a 9 out of 10 because there were moments in this episode that had my mouth wide open, that had me like, what are you doing? Had me confused, had me upset. So just for that entertainment, I am going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. That's for me. So jumping into some of the highlights from this episode, cuties. First, starting out with Danny and old boy Tony. So Tyler Perry and these new writers, they got us again. It was all a dream. Danny having dreams because she's traumatized. She's traumatized from the event. She went on a, I guess date with him, one night stand or whatever, and he, attacked her. So she's having dreams about that. So they got us. It was all a dream. So Tony in her ear were telling her, well, he's concerned. I'll say that. He's concerned and saying that she needs to, basically see someone about it. Maybe a therapist, because he sees a therapist. Who knew that he sees a therapist as well because of his previous marriage or because of his divorce? He sees a therapist. Now I will agree with him. Sometimes you do need to kind of talk to a, not a friend, not a family member, but a, neutral party to kind of talk through some things to, heal from those. So I do agree with him with that part. But of course, old Danny being Danny, kind of shutting it down, thinking that she's fine. But Danny, you are not fine. You are mentally traumatized. You are mentally damaged. And you need to seek some help, Danny. So then, now this is like the highlight of the entire episode for me. Now, this is when my mouth dropped. When I see Danny, Jordan, and Gary and Penelope all together kikiing or faking a kiki. Gary and Penelope walks into Andy penthouse. Of course, that Gary bought Andy, and they just like moved past what just happened last week, really. So Penelope, you took Gary back after all of this that went down. You cheated on you the whole time you was in a relationship with him, and you pregnant by him. So you took him back. Andy, you want to let bygones be bygones, and for Jordan, so you're going to be okay with, being in the same room with Penelope and Gary. But wait a minute, who is Jordan? What happened to the other Jordan? I mean, this Jordan here, I'll give him a chance, but he don't look better than the other Jordan, if you ask me. But what happened to him? So doing this whole encounter with Gary, Penelope, Jordan, and Andy, it was all weird. The vibe was all fake, if you ask me. Gary knew that there was some other reason Andy wanted them to come over for dinner. Gary was throwing shots after shots, because he feeling some type of way that Andy has moved on, really, because he's really lost this whole situation. So he in his feelings, he was throwing shots. at Andy. He was throwing shots at Jordan. Penelope was, embarrassed. Andy and Jordan looks happy. They do. I will say that. But Gary and Penelope, they look like they just faking just to make it. And Gary it was obvious that he has ulterior motive in this whole situation. So as the night went on, Gary continued with throwing shots. But he went off to the restroom, y'all. And, of course, Penelope and Andy and Jordan was out there talking, sharing stories. And they said, hey, what happened to Gary? He's been gone a long time. So, of course, Penelope wanted to go check on him. Child, why is Gary all in Andy's closet, bathroom, then got a pair of her undies, her lace undies, and he going to town? I don't even want to say it, y'all. I'm too ashamed to say it. He is going to town on his little friend downtown. And Penelope walked in on him. Now, Penelope, if you don't dump him after this, he in his ex-house, in her bathroom, with her lace panties, beating his best friend downtown, going to town. Y'all know, what do y'all think? She gonna stay with him, isn't she? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's mosey on down the road to Sabrina. This was another highlight for me in the episode. So Sabrina, of course, she's back to work, and she's happy that she was able to go back to her old branch. So she called corporate and they allowed her to go back to her old branch. So she's happy, and she got a call from Maurice. And, Maurice, of course, is being Maurice, making jokes. He's still, is he doing OnlyFans? Is that what he's saying? He's doing OnlyFans? Y'all let me know. But he's not working in the bank right now. And so Sabrina asked him about Calvin. Were they going out, outside, and not Calvin, but Maurice said that Calvin then left town with a white woman. Well, he should have left by Calvin, because we already said that he was going to be written off on season 7 anyway. But he didn't have time to wait on Sabrina. Sabrina didn't want him anyway because he was too metrosexual for her. And Sabrina, sometimes act entitled. She's a user. We said that in a previous episode. She used, just like Bayo, she used him. And Calvin wasn't gonna wait around for that, so he jumped ship. Okay, and then the last two highlights, you had Zach and Fatima. Of course, Zach didn't go to jail when they found baby Michael in Heather's house tied up. But good thing is, baby Michael is not in the home with Heather. That he's right now in foster care until Zach, follow through with this whole court custody process. So Zach is still, impatient with the process. Fatima is still there by his side to reassure him that he's going to get custody. Just be patient. To the point they had to call Andy so that Andy can share that same message. And then last, we got Karen. All right, y'all. Karen finally got a baby bump. But I would think her baby bump would be a little bigger than what it is. Penelope shouldn't have had the baby. Y'all know I'm saying Penelope because I don't know how to pronounce her name correctly. Penelope. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But Karen has a bump. But why she had those paints on, y'all, pulled up like that? Now that didn't look right. Now them writers, whoever designed that scene, could have did better with the outfit with her little baby bump. And Pam, she looks really good in the scene. So Pam is trying to expand their brand through the social media platforms. I think that's a good look. So she's preparing her new shop for a grand opening. I guess it's called Karen's Fresh Start. Brian, the contractor, the overly nice contractor, he's missing in action. But we'll see how things unfold. Karen seems to be in a good space right now. She don't want to be bothered with any men right now. So we'll just see how the rest of the season kind of unfolds, because it's a lot that's going to be happening in season 7. And I'm ready for it. I hope y'all are as well. So, but y'all drop down in the comments and let me know, what were your thoughts about this episode? Was it a 9 out of 10 for you? Were you excited by anything? Did any part of the episode stand out to you? Tell me what part stood out to you. But anyway, y'all like up this video, hit subscribe, and listen. Y'all have a good day on purpose. Bye.